This is your Weather Extreme video for Sunday, March the 7th. I'm meteorologist Brian Peters, and let's start out with some beautiful Skycam images from across the state. This cirrus this morning is creating some absolutely gorgeous sunrises. How about this one with the silhouette of the battleship Alabama and then the clouds down there? How about this brilliant shot from Decatur as we look out over the Tennessee River? And then another river, not quite as brilliant, but I always love the shot of the Edmund Pettus Bridge over the Alabama River at Selma. And that is certainly a beautiful shot as the lights are blinking out this morning. And you can see the cirrus on our satellite surface map this morning. High pressure over the eastern half of the country has brought a beautiful weekend to just about the whole eastern third of the country. A little storm system moving toward the Great Lakes right now is certainly causing a little bit of problems up that way with some fog and some light precipitation. But we're going to be seeing that moisture increase with some rain at midweek. And in the upper atmosphere, our good weather is being brought to us as a result of a fairly strong ridge. Not particularly high amplitude ridge, but certainly a strong to keep the traveling lows to our north. Now we got that big low out there approaching Baja California, and that's going to be bringing us our next weather system. Temperatures, you can see a bit of a warm tongue sticking up into the central part of the country with, at this time of the morning, just after 5 a.m., temperatures already around 50 degrees all the way up into northeastern Oklahoma, and that is quite nice. Still a little chilly in central Alabama as most readings are at or just slightly below 32, but I think this may be our last freezing day for at least the better part of the upcoming week, and that certainly will be nice. But we are going to have some wet weather after this beautiful weekend and a great dry start to the week. It looks like we are going to get some rain primarily on Wednesday, I think, is going to be our biggest day, but Tuesday may also be relatively wet. All right, here's the 06Z GFS model run, and this is the upper air pattern, the 500 millibar pattern, around 18 to 20,000 feet for today at midday, and you can see that our ridge is holding and keeping the little short wave toward the Gulf, toward the Great Lakes. In the meantime, the Baja low, or the upper low, is coming in across Baja and Southern California, and that should keep us high and dry with a surface high located over about Tallahassee. The little short wave slides down the ridge over into the North Carolina coastline, but the ridge holds for us on Monday, and once again, that should keep us dry as the surface high slides over toward Melbourne and Daytona Beach area. But in the meantime, weather is developing to our west, and we'll see clouds increase, especially late in the day, I think. That Baja low comes on out, but notice that another one is catching up to it. There's a very fast flow, so that's going to make for a very interesting and complicated pattern for the middle of the week. And as it does, I think Tuesday we'll see rain chances increase pretty well. And then on Wednesday, here's the situation. The Baja low has now gone up to the Great Lakes, the western Great Lakes, just to the northwest of Chicago. But in the meantime, that other short wave is digging down underneath it, and that will bring us the possibility of some heavy rains for Wednesday, the 10th. So that could be one of our wetter days with the prospects of on the order of 1 to 2 inches, but it could be relatively small area because of the prospects of an MCS or a rather isolated area for the heavy rains. Now, this is where things get really kind of ugly in a way, and I think my confidence is not too good after we get past Wednesday, pretty much so. But the vigorous short wave is rotating now around a upper low that is becoming established over the central part of the country. And as that does, it's keeping a surface low in our area on Thursday, which means I think we're going to see some chances, not real high chances. I think the better chances will be to our east and to our north. But in the meantime, we're going to have some chances on Thursday. That upper low becomes closed and situates itself centered pretty much over eastern Kentucky, but we've got all these little short waves represented by those vorticity centers moving around them, and that's going to keep us potentially with some clouds and the possibility of some precipitation, I think mostly in the form of either patchy light rain or perhaps some showers, and that's on Friday, but not big chances. Now, the overall closed low by Saturday, it begins to move to the coast, and that's good because the ridge over the central part of the country begins to come our way, and that really should help to clear us on out in terms of ending the precipitation, although the GFS on Saturday, now we don't have this in our forecast, but the GFS is hinting at some prospects there, but again, I'm not real confident there. I'm also not confident that the way the pattern is in the upper atmosphere, the 540 lines up around Chicago, seems like it ought to get a bit colder than that. But anyway, the ridge moves in over the western Great Lakes, and that complicated low begins to take on out to the northeast, so that the main trough is over the Atlantic, and again, that should really dry us out by the Sunday the 14th, which, by the way, is the day we start DST, so Daylight Savings Time. Now, just very quickly into Voodoo, the 17th, we have another trough on the eastern part of the country, and that could produce another wet weather system, and then by the 22nd, yet another strong closed low is coming out of the Rockies, and that also could present a rather wet pattern. Well, even though the forecast is relatively good, the Weather Extreme video is a little bit longer than I expected, but that's okay. I certainly hope that you have a great Sunday and enjoy this last really great day, although Monday will be dry. I think we'll see highs today in the mid-60s, so that's going to feel very nice. That's what it ought to be this time of year. Well, thanks for tuning in. We appreciate it very much. Watch the blog for notes. I'm meteorologist Brian Peters. Have a great day and Godspeed.
Each day there are new stories to tell about the people who live here and the place we call home.
All of the faces that I see, all of the places close to me, they're all part of all the best things about home.
Sharing your stories on ABC 3340, Alabama's news leader.